Hi and welcome to another session of Motivation with Myan. You know, one of the things that I often get asked by my students when I talk to them about overcoming challenges in life is that how was it growing up in South Africa as an Indian growing up in South Africa? We were not regarded as an equal class citizen, along with a whole lot of other people in South Africa, blacks as well. And one of the things we learned very early on is, as much as the apartheid government put us down because we were not European, we learned very early on that no one can make you feel inferior without your consent. And this is something that's so powerful, that whatever you're going through in life, don't allow other people to put you down. Don't allow what they think about you to determine your future. Remember that your attitude is determined not by what others say about you, but your attitude is determined by what you say about yourself. And if you see yourself as a victor and not a victim, chances are you're going to overcome the situation that you're in and you're going to achieve your goal. You know, a lot of times we've been speaking about attitude, we've been speaking about overcoming, we've been speaking about, just reaching out and never giving up. But it all boils down to making the choice. Viktor Frankel was a psychologist that was imprisoned in the Nazi concentration camps, and he made a startling discovery. He said this here, he said that he witnessed men that were as prisoners in the concentration camps behaving like animals, but he also witnessed men behaving so humanely that even though they were at the verge of starvation, they would give away their last pieces of bread to their fellow prisoners. And it led him to believe this very important point. And the point was that between stimulus and between the response that we make lies the greatest human achievement. You know what that is? Well, let me explain to you a bit more. We all know the story of Pavlov and how Pavlov came up with this theory he came about with his dog, that whenever he rang the bell, he would give his dog something to eat. And the dog began to associate the ringing bell with food. So very soon, even though he rang the bell, he didn't have to give the dog food, but the dog would begin to drool in anticipation of the food. So Pavlov reasoned that if you have the right stimulus, then you can get a preempted response. And this is where people like to believe the lie that you are a victim of your surroundings. Because you come from certain area, because you come from certain family, you will only achieve so much and not more. But I want to tell you today that that is a lie. You can change your circumstances, you can change your situation if you choose to make a difference or choose to be different. Choose to make a decision that you're not going to accept the past, but you're going to make a better future. And Viktor Frankel said this year, he said that Pavlov was wrong because between your circumstance, between the situation that you're going through, between the stimulus that you're experiencing and the response that you make, lies the greatest ability that we have as human beings. And that ability is the freedom to choose your attitude in any given set of circumstances. You see, when you observe those men in the prison, in the concentration camp, being treated so badly, he saw that there were some men that chose to get overcome by that, but there were other men that chose to overcome the situation. And my advice to you is, you may be in a situation right now where you may feel it's too hard. You may feel that everything is overwhelming. But I'm here today to encourage you that you can make a difference. You can overcome your obstacles if you don't give up. Don't believe the lies that people have said about you, that you are nothing, that you won't amount to much. I'm here today to say that you can achieve your dreams. You can achieve your goals if you don't give up. Some time ago I read a true story about the rocket scientists in America that were trying to break the sound barrier. And a lot of them that couldn't do it said it was impossible. They said that it wasn't possible for an object to go at that speed and stay intact. They said that even if someone did try to attempt to do it, they would fail. They would never amount to it. But how wrong they were. I mean, today we have speeds well over the sound barrier because somebody chose not to believe the lies and the negative stuff that others were doing as well. Not too long ago, if some of you may remember, Roger Bannister, the great athlete. And before his time, or around his time, people believed that running the mile under 4 minutes was impossible. And you know what? Nobody did it. But along came Roger Bannister, and he broke that. He ran the mile under 4 minutes. He was the first man to run the mile under 4 minutes. And you know what that did? After he broke that record, after him, there were many others that came and achieved it. Because he was able to prove to others that it was possible. You may be in a situation where you may have had nasty things spoken against you. You may be in a situation where people have said that you'll never amount to much. Because you come from that family, because you come from that area, people in that area, that family, don't achieve much. But I'm here today to tell you, break that limitation. Step out and go beyond that which is holding you back. I want you to remember what Oprah Winfrey said. You know, when Oprah Winfrey wanted to get into the talk show industry, people said to her, you are fat, you are black, and you are female. And you know what? The talk show industry is on the way out. So Oprah, you got no chance. Did Oprah listen to them? No ways. And look at the difference that she's made in the millions of lives around this world. And I'm assuring you that you can make a difference as well. If you choose to be positive, choose not to allow the negative words, the negative thoughts to overcome your dreams. What is the difference between being positive and being negative? A positive person does not dwell on the negatives for too long. A positive person does not dwell in the past for too long. They move on. I'm Myan Subrayan, reminding you, telling you once again that you can.